We've got another new gadget to try out. It's the Ambiano soft serve ice cream maker. This was from the Aldi online store. I know they do get most of these things in the shops as well. The thing that appeals to me more than anything is the fact that it's soft serve, so it's not the solid block of ice cream. It says it makes up to 1 litre. There's a little hole in the lid apparently where you pour your ingredients to make it. I think you're supposed to freeze this container for a few hours before you even start to make the ice cream because it's got some coolant in here. So it will help it to set as you're making it, I believe. I've never used one of these before. Everything comes apart, the bowl's detachable. There's a recipe book in here, I think, as well. So let's take it out of the box and see what we're looking at. So I've taken it out of the box. It is quite heavy. And I have to say, I really like the colours on this. It's like a mint green and white. It was already pretty much together. The only thing I had to do was slot these two pieces. It just stood one inside the other. You can see this is the motor that detaches at the top. The on and off to make the paddles work inside to mix the ice cream, or the ingredients to make the ice cream. This open and close function just, if I can see, opens the pour at the bottom, opens and closes it. It is quite heavy. It does come apart into several different pieces. The cord on this is a reasonable length. Normally they're quite short, the cords on these appliances, but this is quite a reasonable length. And of course it comes with the user manual, which has all the cleaning and maintenance instructions. As you can see, it does come apart in several pieces. That's just the basic care guide. It's got the 3-year warranty, which these products come with as standard, and it does have a recipe card for making different various flavours of ice cream. So I did notice that one of the first things we have to do is put this bowl, which has coolant into the freezer and leave it there for several hours before we can actually make the ice cream. So I'm going to put that in the freezer. I'm going to go and buy some ingredients and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so I've got my ingredients ready. I've had the bowl in the freezer overnight, so that's absolutely freezing cold. Let's put this thing together. So we take the motor off. The pedal's just inside. Let's pop the bowl into the machine. It's freezing cold, obviously, so just be careful you haven't got wet fingers. Oh, paddling. And then we just line those little slots up to get it back in place. That's all fixed in. Pop the motor back on top, click it all in, and let's plug it in. So I followed the recipe card for the ingredients, and I noticed that there's several flavours of ice cream on here, and the general recipe is the same for each one, and you're just changing whatever flavour you want it to be. So I've made mine with vanilla extract for a vanilla ice cream, or you could use grated chocolate for the chocolate flavour, strawberry puree, large ripe banana or lemon juice, or I'm sure you could use your imagination. Basically, I combined all the ingredients except the gelatine, heated it up in a pan, but didn't let it boil, and then slowly mixed in the gelatine while it was on the heat, and then I've let this mixture cool in the fridge. So we're just going to pour that, looks quite gelatinous, into the machine and let it do its thing. Now it does specifically say we've got a chute here to put the ingredients in through. I'm not sure how easy that will be because it's quite a small hole. It does specifically say you've got to have it running before you put the ingredients in. Otherwise it will just freeze immediately. It touches that cold bowl inside. So let's get that going. So the machine's on, pedals are moving. quite a small slot to get this mixture down. It does make a litre of ice cream, but I've only got about half a litre here, going off that recipe on the card. It is quite gelatinous, having left it in the fridge overnight. But it's going in well. There we go. So it says to leave that running for about 15 to 30 minutes, keep checking it, and when it's at the right consistency, it's ready to pour. So this has been churning now for 15 minutes. You can see it's lovely and smooth and beginning to thicken up, but I think it definitely needs a little bit longer. So I'm going to leave it another 10, maybe 15 minutes, and then we'll take another look. So this is still running. We actually gave it a little bit longer, so it's like the 30 minutes plus a bit. The consistency is looking really good in there, and it's looking a lot thicker. So let's have a go at pouring it. Now it specifically says don't turn it off because the blades will help it to push through. So we just simply, so it is supposed to be a whippy style ice cream. It's not supposed to be solid, of course, but that still looks fairly thin when it comes out. And then we close. There we go. So it definitely looks more of a thick cream consistency, although it tastes exactly like vanilla ice cream. So this is attempt number 3. It's looking like a much better consistency. I think we had the bowl a little bit colder in the colder freezer, so maybe that's what's made the difference. Let's see how this actually pours. So we'll leave it running while we're pouring it, and it helps to push the ice cream through. It's definitely thicker. It'll just reach the bowl. That is a miles better consistency. So it's coming out so slowly, I think it's actually too cold now. It's coming, it's just taking a very long time. So we did finally get an ice cream out of the maker. It's not exactly soft serve, almost there, but it does look half decent. It took a lot of work, several attempts. So that's the Ambiano soft serve ice cream maker. I'm not sure if it's worth the effort, this machine. We've had 3 or 4 goes at it. On the first attempt, we put the bowl into our regular freezer and it didn't seem cold enough, so the mixture never really got cold enough to set. So we ended up pouring it into a bowl and setting it further in the freezer. And then on the last attempt, we put the bowl into the deep freezer, which was a lot colder, but I think it made the bowl actually too cold and it was making the ice cream set in the mixer and not churning it properly, and then it wouldn't pour easily. So it's really temperamental with the temperatures and it takes a fair bit of working out. So I'm not sure we'll be using this again, although we'll enjoy our one ice cream that we eventually got. So I hope you guys have more success with that if you do indeed get hold of one of these. Let us know how you get on with yours. Thanks for watching.